Say something. Unmute, sir. Unmute, Miss Nana. Unmute. Nah. Say 5V. Say something. Using microphone. Cek. Nggak masuk. Cek.
Coba bintang.
Yuk. Cabut. Coba bagian ini. Nah itu tuh, udah. Coba.
Halo.
Nah ini tuh. Udah. Oh iya, udah. Oke, sir. Miss Vinka, you can sit down first. Sir, me. Ini.
Sudah,
Yeah, you can start.
Cek, sudah mas. Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, thank you very much for our audience, both online or offline. Okay, today we have a great event, as usual, our monthly event, IST, sixth edition. Give applause to IST September. Okay. Before I start this event, I want to know how's your condition. Okay, both online and offline. How's your condition for today?
Fine, so good.
Okay.
Magic.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, magic.
Magic.
And I want to know how your condition for the presenter. Okay, your condition is well. Okay, good. Give applause to our presenter for today. Okay, after our previous meeting, we have discussed about artificial intelligence. Today we will discuss another topics from two presenters. The first presenter is from our student, Faivi and Pinka from 8th grade. And from the teacher, we have Miss Nila Firdawati. Okay, give applause to our presenter. Okay. For today, we will directly start on our first presenter. Okay, for the first presenter, we have Pinka from ETA class and Faivi from Theta class. Both our students, they will discuss about nuclear war, what caused years-long global warming. Okay, for the next is they will present about it. Okay, Faivi and Pinka, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Pinka from 8th ETA Junior High School. And we will present to you all about the viral topic in this world, in this day. And this presentation is taken from Text Savitsky 2022 from the Search Science ORG with title Nuclear War Won't Cause Years-Long Global Campaign.
See next year.
Table of contents. The first is Ukraine versus Russia.
Sorry, maybe you can decide Finka, then you can switch the microphone. Yeah, to want to speak. Yeah, hold the microphone. Good. Yes, continue. Finka, I mean, you must stand up. Yeah, here. Great. Okay, continue.
The first is Ukraine versus Russia war. The second is post-war conditions. The third is why is nuclear dangerous? And the fourth is negative effect of nuclear. Ukraine versus Russian war. On 24 February 2022, the Russia and Ukraine is war. Let's see the video. Let's see the video.
Wait.
Russia has deployed launching systems capable of sending deadly thermobaric rockets at Ukrainian targets. also known as vacuum boom. Thermobaric munitions create a high-temperature reaction by sucking in oxygen from the surrounding area, producing a longer blast wave than conventional bombs. Russia is likely to employ the weapons to terrorize the Ukrainian army and civilian resistance. Experts told Foreign Policy in a possible effort to overcome logistical snags that have held back the military advance toward major cities such as Kharkiv and Kiev. They will kill, not just in the direct vicinity of the impact, said Mick Mulroy, a former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense and CIA officer. It will suck the oxygen out of the air and out of the lungs of people nearby.
Besides the war, causing many what building is broken. The war is causing many losses, civil losses. So let's see that losses. This war takes many victims. And see this, see the picture. Their family feels sad because their other families is dead. And don't you feel sorry to see this picture of the victim in this infection? Next. And the land, because the war is maybe it because the grenade or other weapons is exploded and hit the ground and it makes the ground broken. Next.
Based the explanation, we all know nuclear is very dangerous. Why is nuclear dangerous? Next. The first is from radioactive waste. Radioactive waste is gas in there from nuclear. And the second is accidental leakage of radiation can be catastrophic. It can be lead to death. Then make cancer to death.
Not only losses, but nuclear also has negative effect. Yeah, this. Click again. This. If the Russian President Vladimir Putin continues the war and deploy the nuclear weapons to the invasion of Ukraine, the smoke of nuclear will staying at the atmosphere and it will block the sunlight. Skip this. Next. Because there is no sunlight and it's blocked by the smoke, the average temperature will drop until more than 2 Fahrenheit, and it will causing cooling. That's because the cooling people, the world will have a food global crisis global food crisis, and because the ground is broken because of the nuclear and there is no sunlight, it will be using the plant's limited plant and or other sources of food. Next. So does Indonesia still need to proceed with nuclear energy?
I think Indonesia doesn't need to process nuclear energy.
Because Indonesia still has a lot of other alternative energy that are safer than nuclear energy. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
Okay, give applause to our presenter. Okay, amazing presenter from our students. They discuss about post-nuclear, yeah, the side effect of nuclear, and how the wars become, and how the wars leads the society become a nuclear wars. As we know, Russia is the biggest country that had nuclear bombs. Or had nuclear bomb around more than 2,000 bombs, and it will make a catastrophic disaster, not only from humans but only the entire life. Okay, so after we have listened from our student, our next session is a Q&A session. Okay, is there any question from here from offline audience or online audience? For online audience, you can use chat. Yeah, you can use chat in Zoom or raise your hand. Okay, from here, is there any question from the teachers? Ayo, Mr. Masrul. Mr. Alfian. Oh, Mashallah. That's amazing. You choose the others. Okay, the first one is Mr. Masrul, and the second one is Miss Nu.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, your great presentation. I just want to ask, in the last statement, yeah, that you state before you close your meeting, you say that Indonesia doesn't need, yeah, to implement nuclear as energy because we have a lot of another energy. So what's energy that Indonesia have that can replace nuclear so we cannot to implement nuclear? Thank you. Just it.
Okay, thank you very much from Mr. Masrul. And the next is from Miss Nu. Miss Nu, please come forward. Okay, after this, Mr. Harry. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity. I impressed with your presentation. That's so nice topic. What I want to ask is, you mentioned in your PowerPoints, you mentioned in your presentation the negative effect of nuclear, but still there are so many countries that still use nuclear as their resources, energy resources. So yeah. So what I would like to say, ask is, what's the positive effect, not positive effect, the positive way, the positive using nuclear as the energy resources, because some countries choose to use nuclear instead of another resources. I think that's all. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Ms. Nu. Is there any question again? Okay, Mr. Harry. Okay, I think from this session, yeah, 3 questions first, and then our presenter will answer the question. Okay, yeah, Mr. Harry.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Nicky. For my beloved student Vinka and Pevi. Your presenter is amazing, but I have something to tell you. When I watching movie like Train to Busan, do you know Train to Busan? Train to Busan, X-Men, Resident Evil. In movie, when a country is a hit nuclear, people will become zombie. Sorry, zombie. In your opinion, is that real? That's it, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much from the audience who make a question for our presenter. Okay, do you want to answer the question from the first, Mr. Masrul, or you want to answer from Mr. Heri first or Miss Nu question first? Okay, or maybe you want to discuss with with your friends first. Okay.
From Mr. Masrul question is there is sunlight, wind, and oil. No,
Okay, good. Okay, that's good answer from our students that Indonesia has a lot of natural resources that we can use for electricity. Yeah, not only from the coal, maybe from as I know, as we know, Indonesia is in Khatulistiwa. So Indonesia has a lot of sunlight, so it can be our alternative electricity or alternative resource. Okay, that's good from our student. Next, the next question, who will be answered? Okay, Vinka.
So, from Mr.'s questions, the positive effect is like they say, nuclear is more easier the use, easier use than others energy, but I don't know why they choose nuclear as resources of energy. Thank you.
The easier to use. You mean this process? Proceed to be the energy is easier other than another resources? That's what you mean? Okay. Okay. Okay, fine.
And from Mr. Harris' question, the answer is actually in film zombies. I think zombie is fiction, but the effect of nuclear in human is like it will be cancer to that, and it will disease of skin disease will causing skin disease. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much from the presenters. Okay, how's the answer from the presenters? Is it enough? Okay, so good. Yeah. Okay, come on. Okay, from this question. why they still use it. They still use nuclear as the main energy. I think nuclear is a stable energy that needs from the industry. So that's why. And then not all of the country they don't need they don't have natural resource as Indonesia like coal or anything else. So they need stable energy and chips. So they use the reason why use nuclear is that. Okay, good. Okay, thank you very much from our student. Okay, come on. Okay. Thank you. You can sit. Okay, after this we will enter to our main session. Yeah. Okay, come on. Okay, in this session we will discuss our topics about education again. Freeman's method. Okay. From this okay, let's enter our main session. Please click applause to our presenter, Miss Nila. Time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. How's life today? Fine, ya. Alhamdulillah. Okay. I'm Nila from Fakultas International School. Here, I would like to share with you about how to optimize payment technique in physics teaching. Do you ever you hear about the payment technique? No. Okay. Thanks. We know, especially for physics. Physics entered into new era for about 1900. Yeah, and when physics into new era, when the Max Planck, do you know Max Planck? Yeah, when Max Planck published his experiment about the theory of law energy distribute, and from normal spectrum, yeah, the physicists talk if the energy is continuous, like that. And after Max Planck published about the experiment, Max Planck rejected that energy is continuous, like that. From the fact of the experiment, black body radiation, yeah, according Planck, energy is discontinuous, like that, because the energy can only be distributed with packet, yeah. Usually we say packet energy or quantum, yeah. That's we will discuss in this journal, yeah, by this journal. So I want to dig deeper to share with you about this idea, a step-by-step process for doing this, which has been called payment technique. We ever hear about if you can't explain it simply, then you don't understand well enough. Yeah, like that. This technique is named after the Richard Feynman, who was in his right, yeah, a great scientist. In fact, at when we back to 1965, the Richard Feynman won a Nobel Prize at the physics. He worked in quantum electrodynamics, which is something I had to practice. I had to practice staying a couple of different times, and he contributed to the science in a number of different ways, including in the develop we are called Feynman technique. Okay. In the develop we are called in Feynman diagram. Do you know what is Feynman diagram? Ever know? Okay. Basically, graphical for representing of mathematics behind how subatomic work. Like that. It is Feynman diagram. Next. Okay, and how about the Feynman technique that we do that we can do in our teaching process? Actually, method, yeah, there are a lot of methods, there are a lot of techniques that we can do, but this is the most popular, and it's from physics Nobel Prize. Yeah. So here I will show you about the technique that we can practice to our learning in our next meeting class. Okay. The first, yeah, from this journal, the Feynman technique, there are four stage, and the first, you must choose the topic first. How we choose the topic? How the technique? You can write down the title on the top of blank paper. You can use blank paper or blank whiteboard. Up to you. Usually, we use the Feynman technique in general concept. Usually, like so. That's why the technique is named Feynman after he won the Nobel. But actually, you don't have to be a scientist, physicist for using Feynman technique, because this Feynman technique can practice in every subject. All subjects can practice this Feynman technique. In math, in history, be in web developer, and other, we can practice Feynman technique to understand our material deeply, like that. It doesn't matter, yeah, how if playing with subject, and then maybe religion subject also, it doesn't matter. We can use this Feynman technique. Okay. For the first, when we choose topic, yeah, it's actually used to simplify our our understanding and practice to teach our students like that. So after we choose a topic, yeah, you can create just a fresh chart or maybe blank paper, and then you write the simple description that you can get from explore. So when we explore our material, you also can learn and think about the resources from the material. And maybe if you teach your student like that and instruct them to write on fresh chart, the in front is the title, and then in the back side, yeah, you can write your simple description based on your understanding, like. And then after you explore, yeah, well, when you explore, you can write the picture and then diagram and etc. to explain it simply, like that. But don't forget, yeah, don't forget. Should not to note on note like that. Why? Because it can make our material smooth, like that. So while you write, don't note on the note, like, because we teach the student, children student, the child student. So please, when you teach imaginary the children, you must give them imaginary picture like that. Then when give simple explanation, you must teach them with simple language, because sometimes when the teacher have higher education, usually they are difficult to share the material with the children's language, usually like that. So don't forget and put your position if you are a student teacher, like that. And after that, you can target gaps. Now, when you target gaps, please make sure if you give your student simple language, because you must group, yeah, you make a grouping from your sentence, especially in science, yeah, science teacher, because they have because we have a lot material, and the material is in apa? I mean the language little difficult, yeah, difficult. So target your kids with your own simple language, like that. After that, when you target kids, don't forget to use it for real. How we use it for real? You can make a small group in your class, and then in each group, instruct them to explain each other based on their language, their language in understanding. Because why? Because if they understand well, they will teach the other friends with their own language about the material. It can make our students have understanding deeply and long life, yeah, long life memory. Okay, right? Okay, here the example. Maybe if we teach, we want to explain about payment diagram. So don't forget, put the title on the top first. if your student use blank paper, so instruct them to write the title first, and then after that make ini our own language, yeah, describe about our own language in understanding materials, such as diagram made by Feynman to understand quantum exchange based on complicated material calculation, quantum transition from sub-initial quantum stage to the some final quantum stage. Yeah, maybe if you have another understanding, you can write by your own language, like your own language, and then don't forget put the picture or diagram. It's based on our material, so the student can imagine what is Feynman diagram, how the Feynman diagram, like that. Such diagrams are essential in particle physics, as they represent time in the equation, as well as illustrating particle interaction chemically, like that. Okay. Next. Okay. Here from the journal, the teacher know about knowledge and belief will definitely influence the teacher or the student. The research method of this journal is case study, and this is to systematically to specific events. Here, explanation on the components of the framework of knowledge and belief by Feynman diagram. There are knowledge and belief, action or performance, and environment. And each of them, there are components that can make our classroom is actively. Next. The research procedure, yes. The first is teachers will teaching. Yeah. In here, author discuss and practice this framework with topic circular motion in a secondary physics class. And then after that, the author analyze about the chapter of theory gravitation of Feynman lecture on physics in the first stage, the phenomena. And then the third, the author and laboratory member discuss each other and give evaluation about the result, and who is give disagreement and agreement, and then they conferences like that. And after that, they present the result of discussion to the physics education research for next society, like that. Next. Like this. Visualization of Feynman teaching of gravitation in the introduction phase. This is, I told you before, there are contextual knowledge, conceptual knowledge, and perceptual knowledge. And all of them in knowledge phase. And when Feynman teach the student in his class, Feynman introduced conceptual first about gravitation, like that. And the concept of gravitation, the relation of gravitation, and the relation gravitation, this order had two tendency was toward being organized conceptual. Yeah, being organized conceptual. Like that. Next, bisa. Okay. Here, Feynman focus from historical of background the theory of gravitational, we can know from here, and then continue about the planetary motion, and he talked about Kepler laws, and then Newton laws motion, and here in the logical inference by procedural knowledge. Like this. So actually, Feynman explained about the material, not directly write the mathematical calculation, but they always start from the history of the theory, and then they recall the material about Newton law, planetary, Kepler, Newton, and then application of gravitation, and the relationship to other theories. And also, Feynman never forget to explain about the mysteries of gravitation. That's why the student always like to enter to Feynman class, because Feynman is not just physicist or scientist, but he is also a great lecturer, a great explainer. Do you ever know what is the nickname of Feynman? No? Okay. His nickname is the great explainer, like this. Okay. And then next. So the conclusion of this journal, the first is from Feynman technique, we can the Feynman technique can help the teacher plan to the content of the same topic. So if you have one topic, but you must explain, you must share to your friend, to your student more than one hour, you can use this strategy, because it can be used to develop program for pre-service teacher and beginning teacher also. And the third can be used as a tool for teacher self-reflection, because maybe there are disagree points and then others. So it can be used as tool for teacher self-reflection. And then the last can be used on development effective teaching strategies for solve student difficulties about learning physics. Okay, I think enough. That's from me. If you have some question, you can raise your hand. Thank you.
Okay, that's great presentation from Isla about Feynman's method. Yeah, I think maybe all of us here, this is the first time we know about Feynman's method. Okay, that's so in here this session we have a Q&A session there are two sessions, Q&A session, and the first session I will open 3 questions. You can raise your hand if you want to answer, or enter the chat. Yeah, okay, for offline audience. Okay, raise your hand if you want to answer. If you want to make a question. Okay, Fraser, okay, come here. Okay, and the second one is Miss Rista, and the third? Yeah, the third? The third? Oh, Miss Isha. Okay, that's good. Okay,
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, my name is Faizar and I'm teaching sociology. So, I have a question from the presentation before from Miss Nila. So, my question is it possible to implement this method of teaching for other subjects such as social studies? Because this is very, very practical for physics with all the diagrams and visualization and so on. And while social studies is just about definitive only, and you can only learn about the phenomenon from society, and or directly to the field. Thank you.
Okay, good. Okay, that's the next question from Miss Rita. Okay, Miss Rita, come forward.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, my name is Rista, and then I am a chemistry teacher. Okay, Miss Nila. Actually, I want to implement my subject using what is Feynman method, right? But I think I should understand first about the diagram of Feynman. Nah, okay, but I just see that diagram that you saw in the PowerPoint is a little bit still confusing me. Nah, okay, maybe Miss Nila, can you explain more about the Feynman diagram, especially for the line of the diagram of Feynman? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much from Miss Rista. And the third, that's come from Miss Aisha. Okay, Miss Aisha, please come forward.
Okay, my name is Miss Isha. I'm teaching ESL. So here I'm wondering about the pace of teaching how to use payments technique. So the introduction phase, there are two section there. There are conceptual and contextual, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, could you please maybe elaborate those phase? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for all the questions. The first, I will review the first question. The first question is from Faizat. Is it possible for social science or social studies to implement Feynman method? And the next question is from Ms. Rista. Make a simple description, simple explanation about diagram, Feynman's diagram. And the last one is from Ms. Isha, conceptual and factual concept. Okay, then maybe you can answer first.
Ya tuh maamnya semangat itu semangat tidak semangat terus tumbat boleh ya
For your okay, for social study. For social study. It can be used in social studies. Yes, of course. It's so and I sure if you are in class, actually you already did the technique. Like that. The technique, yeah. Number 4, instead. Slide number 4. Now, the Feynman technique actually is just like this. When you choose a topic, maybe you wanna accompany your student to the field, class in outdoor like that. So you can choose a topic and tell the student. Maybe before you go to outdoor class, you can briefing your student first, usually like that, or you give free test of your material. In the pre-test, maybe you can share about the topic first. What is the topic like that you want to share to your student? After that, instruct them to explore the material. How the student can explore? They must learn and then think also, yeah. How they will learn? They can read from resources, YouTube, textbook, magazine, or etc. Before you and your student to your class in the audience. And then write down to the book, to the paper, or in your your paper in pre-test paper like that. After that, you can explain to your student directly, maybe in the class, yeah, in outdoor class. Maybe you when you go to field, go to mountain, or etc. You can explain your material simply to your student and instruct them also to write down the explanation into their own pre-test or their own result paper, like by their own language. Like and after that, after explain it, don't forget target grade, yeah, target grades of the material, and then instruct them to teach other friends, and they can describe and discuss each other directly on the spot, on the place, maybe in field. They can directly discussion with their friend about this topic, about their understanding directly, like that. After that, if there is some theory or formula or equation, you can instruct them to write down the result paper. Maybe if in mathematics, science, physics, biology, we have formula, we have equation. Don't forget, instruct them to write down to the paper after they understand small, simple description like that. So I suggest you, yeah, based on this technique, don't write the formula, the equation in the top, because it can make our student shock, yeah, surprise, and they will reject our material, our presenting before they get our material. It's very dangerous. So just make it dangerous with the material, such as Feynman teaching, start from historical of gravitation, and then continue to the next theory, and combine some of theory like that. From that, we can write our formula about the topic after they can get our explanation well, and they ready to hear our material at the class, like that. Okay, how? Clear, thank you. And then directly to the next question from Ms. Rista about the payment diagram. Next, Mr. Sorry. Okay. From this diagram, we can read the diagram from left to the right, like that. From left to the right. or from behind to the up of this line, above to above, like that. The diagram tell a story about how a set of particle interaction, because in this diagram, yeah, if we have to up and down lines, yeah, you should shift them to little shift, like that. Actually, the matter particle, yeah, the matter particle with arrow pointed, from left to the right or from under to the above, like that. And what is it? It is electron. So this diagram tell us about how subatomic work. What is subatomic? Such as electron, and then positron, and then what else? Nah, for the matter particle in with arrow pointed other direction, is it antiparticle? If electron, berarti antipartikelnya adalah positron, like that. And the arrow of pointed in the direction of the flow of electric charge, yeah, electric charge. And then if we do in physics class, chemistry class, based on this diagram, actually you just put your diagram, your picture based on your material, not only using diagram. Maybe if your material is about something else, yeah, atom or others, you can use picture and then other illustration, or maybe instruct the student to put origin material, origin picture, not only diagram, like that. Actually, the diagram, it is recall our material in junior high school about Cartesian, yeah, about Cartesian, like that. Or yeah, like that. Usually the human, but in here the subatomic, like that. We can put it the principle into our daily life, actually, because in every day in our everyday experience, yeah, only include move our time, forward, yes, like that. But for the space, it's not must to move. Maybe now we are here, I'm silent, but the time must forward, but our position is silent, like that. So from this diagram, it can give information also about the relativitas khusus and etc. We can understand about physics deeply from this day, but maybe we can discuss about it in the next meeting or in other meeting because it need too long times like that. Okay. Okay. Thank you for Miss Lista. And then for Miss Aisha. For Miss Aisha, Mr. Open the result of journal. Next. Okay, is it your, yeah, okay. This is the visualization of frequency of gravitation in the concept application field. Based on this journal, yeah, there are three kinds of knowledge. Yeah, there is contextual knowledge, conceptual knowledge, and then procedural knowledge. Yeah. Here, Feynman introduce conceptual knowledge in order of fact related to the gravitation. Yeah. In here. The concept of gravitation, and then the relation of gravitation to other theory. Yeah, they explain it about the gravitation between the relation and then the description like that. And this order have tendency was toward being organized conceptual knowledge. Actually, the Feynman teaching is unique because he start, seems like I told you before, he start from the history of gravitation by fact of conceptual knowledge, like that. Not from the formula, not from the equation, but from the historical of gravitation. And then they continue based on the conceptual structure with the proceduralnya. The proceduralnya, they told the mysteries of gravitation. What is a mystery of gravitation? Maybe you know before. Okay, we can discuss it next time. Yeah, thank you for your question.
Okay, thank you very much from Miss Nila. Give applause to Miss Nila. Okay. Thank you very much. After this, we will have session with Mr. Masur to conclude our discussion today. Okay, Mr. Masur, time is yours.
Thank you so much. Yeah, just want to make sure about what we discussed. This is so good. Miss Nila's topic, so that we are school of life, not school of course in this institution. That's why Feynman's method is the good practice or method how to teach in IST, also in CI. Yeah, not only about, okay, usually can we directly go to procedural knowledge, give them formula, give the student formula. But with the Feynman methods, we learn how to make good understanding in student in any topics. Not only about just give them knowledge, but also give them understanding. understanding. So start from conceptual, from history. He also continue with procedural knowledge, and then come back to the conceptual knowledge, and etc. until relate with the other subject, other major, other thing, to get more understanding, deeply understanding what we discuss in the class. Yeah, this mean it's so good, the method of Feynman. Yeah, the explained by Miss Nila. Give applause to Miss Nila. So good. Yeah, just implement to our class. Thank you, Mister.
Okay. Okay, thank you, thank you very much for all of this audience, both online and offline. Okay, we reach our final agenda for today is giving ceremony. Okay, maybe I just want to say the conclusion of all the speech from Ms. Nila's speech. Okay, please, if you want to teach our students, please use simple words. Don't use skywords. Yeah, don't use skywords because our student is not undergraduate student. Okay, thank you very much. And the next, let's continue on to our next agenda, giving awards for our student, our presenter.
Maybe sini ada desainnya, ya. Bantu apa?